My name is Robert Maxxim. I'm a scientist, musician, theologian, and also author. I've been working on the Legacy Book Project, which is a series of 5 novels. For the past 45 years, a lot of work has gone into the Legacy series from a research perspective, and there are a lot of things that humanity wants to know. There are a lot of things that Legacy provides, which mankind as a whole has ignored for a long time. It is a unique novel. It is considered science fiction, although it is mostly science fact. It is an autobiography of the one man, Robert Maxxim, written in novel form. Everything that Robert has gone through in life, this book kind of elucidates in parables in a romantic, dramatic prose. Much of the topic covered by Legacy is both scientific and spiritual. It deals with a lot of personal experiences in both the wake and the sleep state. It has carried me through an understanding of a lot of past lifetimes, lives in this and other worlds for many thousands of years. A lot of these experiences have been confirmed by other individuals, and as a scientist, I always like to confirm everything that I both experience as well as write. So there are a lot of references in Legacy that actually make this book unique from the perspective of evidence and a lot of facts that have up to this point gone unnoticed by the world, but nevertheless they are there and hidden. So the Legacy Project has been a very important experience for me to not only learn for myself about life, the purpose of life, the purpose of creation itself and life under the worlds, but what about myself? What has been my role and my part in such experiences? How does it relate to mankind? What should mankind's next step be? What has some of the past technologies used on this planet been like? Can they be described? What are the technologies and beliefs of other worlds? In Legacy, you will find a lot of these details. Designs for, say, anti-gravity devices, free energy devices. Legacy itself is not only a very romantic book, but it's also very technological. So you will find that mankind's next step is to be found in Legacy. A Legacy series is composed of 5 books. 2 of the first books have already been published, which are The Search for Love, The Unholy Menace. There are also 3 more episodes, but they are to be published soon. The first episode deals with the main character, Bill Sullivan, who is yours truly. You will find that Bill Sullivan is a very mundane individual, very selfish, and very naive when it comes to the universal purpose of life. He meets beings from other worlds whom he considers by standards angels, and finds it very difficult to be able to relate in this more advanced, sincere, and telepathic environment. And of course, he fears being found out, but eventually he finds his way through sincerity and hard work. He is able to overcome, shall we say, a lot of the different hang-ups that he had in life and progresses spiritually. The second episode begins to show him a lot of his very negative past lives, and I'll leave it to your reading of the book, but it deals with galactic wars, technologies beyond your dreams. Legacy rewrites science fiction. The way that movies portray science, Legacy is a huge leap ahead, and you have to read it to find out. The third episode is the beginnings of what many have termed the continent of Lemuria, how it came to be, how they progress into technology and how they destroy themselves. Also the role that Bill Sullivan played in that technology and that destruction. The fourth episode is an extension of these Lemurian times and wars that took place in this solar system many hundreds of thousands of years ago. The technologies that were used and the unfathomable destruction that was caused. The fifth episode is a bit of a surprise, but it's going to be good news for everyone's evolutionary development. So those are the 5 episodes. Again, episode number 3 should be published here in a couple of months, and we're working diligently to put these 5 episodes to the silver screen, and hopefully that will happen soon. The inspiration for Legacy came from several experiences that happened when I was a child. These experiences were both in the wake and the sleep state. They were confirmed by other individuals and writers as being legitimate. Again, being a scientist, evidence is everything to me, so I had to prove that these were not just imaginations, they were actually factual. The information received from these visions actually became the contact for the Legacy project. The wake state experiences were the most dramatic. Actual physical contact with beings of other worlds, and the information granted was just literally out of this world as well.